But how will these overnight cues impact our own markets? We have a lot of earnings to track as well. We have our research team joining in to tell you just that. What is the trade setup looking like, the stocks that could be in news, and the action from the F&O space as well. Hey guys, a very good morning to all of you. Vivek, let me come to you. What is the market setup looking like today?
Well, good morning. It's the start of another week. We'll be ending, month of July, and hopefully, given the fact that we've actually seen a bit of profit booking this particular week, should start off on a slightly more positive note. Now, talking about how overnight cues were, U.S. market ended with gains. In fact, the Nasdaq ended almost 2% higher. However, what remains to be one key monitorable continues to remain the crude oil prices. Now, crude oil prices have now seen 5 straight weeks of gains, and this is something that we need to continue to track in terms of the kind of impact that it has. Now, talking about the Indian markets on Friday, broadly lower, financials among top laggards. Broader markets, however, managed to outperform the benchmark indices. IT stocks were among the key laggards. Both the Infy TCS seeing a bit of profit booking and selling pressure at the higher levels. So now talking about the markets, they snapped a 4-week gaining streak, and again, this is something that we need to see in terms of flows. Key cues to watch out for today: significant results coming in terms of Maruti, Power Grid, as well as UPL. Primary market activity too will be in focus. 2 key IPOs this particular week. LPFC Finance, almost over 1,000 crores the company is looking to raise from the primary market, as well as Concord Biotech, a 1,600 crore IPO that will hit the bourses this particular week.
Okay, all right, thank you so much, Vivek. So a lot of earnings which will be on our radar today. So let's talk about some more stocks in focus. Surbhi has that list. Hey Surbhi, good morning.
Good morning, Sonal. So a lot of earnings that came over the weekend. Let me start with Marico first. The numbers were largely in line, but the management commentary was positive. Revenues came in at 2523 crores and EBITDA came in at 574 crores. NTPC, the revenues were muted. They were down about 2.3% on a year-on-year basis, but margins came in at 29% versus 24% same time last year. United Breweries, again a weak set of results. Revenues were down nearly 7% and margins were down 110 basis points. IDFC First Bank, the numbers were largely in line with estimates. The gross NPA and the net NPA were the lowest in 10 quarters. SBI Card, the asset quality has deteriorated on a sequential basis. The gross NPA has come at 2.41% and the net NPA at 0.89%. Apart from that, TCS will also be on our radar because TCS has announced a new operating structure, and this is the first organization restructure under the new CEO. There are some other result reactions like MCX, Chalet Hotels, Bank of India and Star Health, which may react to numbers today.
Okay, all right. So that's a long list. Thank you for that, Surbhi. But a lot of action from the F&O space as well. Manglam is joining us with all the cues. Manglam?
Well, the last week wasn't, particularly great for bulls. We saw a fair amount of consolidation, and that was on the cards. But now, as we start this week, it'll be important to watch because on Friday itself, the important levels from which the market bounced back were extremely key. So Friday's low was 19,563. The 20-day moving average now, as we speak, 19,578. We closed above that as well. Similar was the case for Nifty Bank as well. It went almost 100 points below the 20-day moving average. From there on, it actually closed above that as well. So the second half of trade on Friday was extremely important, and that was also the day 1 of July series itself. The one trend which we need to monitor, nothing really to worry right now, is the way FIs are selling in the cash market. Second day running yesterday as well, or rather on Friday, they sold about 1,000 odd crores. That's a trend that we need to monitor. But at the same time, there was also some erosion of the Nifty futures premium. From 150 points, it went all the way down to 105 odd points, telling you that there was some selling in index futures by the FIs as well. They sold about 1,800 odd crores. They unwound about 12,000 long contracts and added close to around 7,000 short contracts as well. As a result of which, FII long exposure, which at the start of the series stood at around 59%, has come down to 54%, and the net longs of the FII are just around 13,800. Remember, at the peak last series, it was over a lakh as well. So that's moderated a tad, leaving the room open for a bit of an uptick, and that's what the GIFT Nifty is suggesting. But that uptick may see a bit of resistance because we've seen double the call writing by the FIs than put writing. So 4 lakh calls written for about 2.2 lakh puts written. Where are those calls written? 19,600 call for a premium of almost 133 odd rupees. We have 19,750 call for a premium of 50 rupees as well. At the same time, put writers are active at 19,600, telling you that Friday's low would be an important support to watch out for. But on the way up, option writers are bracing for 19,750 to 19,800 as a bit of a resistance. In terms of stocks, watch out for India Bulls Housing Finance. On day 1 of the series itself, it's entered F&O band, so that's something we'll be keeping an eye out on.
Okay, all right. This is our Power Prep segment. Thank you guys for joining us and telling us what to expect from today's trading session. Time for a break now. When we return, NTPC and Marico will be in focus. They reported their first quarter earnings. We'll get you the analysis on the other side. Stay tuned for that.